We got Mitch Raposo back here on the program, who's going to be finally making his pro debut coming up here at Cage Titans 43 on April 6th. He's going to be taking on Rob Fuller. Mitch, how are you, man?
Good, man. Living the dream. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Not as good as your team, though. We got to quickly talk about your buddy Randy Costa getting the call up to the UFC. Just as someone who's supposed to fight on the same card as Randy for Cage Titans, and now seeing him get that call, how much of a boost has that been during camp?
Did also. I just saw him today. Because he had his rounds before I had mine, and yeah, it was. We've been talking about being in the UFC, especially. When I get, especially being together in the UFC, like for such a long time, it was inevitable for him to get in the UFC. Like I honestly expect. I was thinking it was going to be on the Contender Series, but honestly, I was not surprised that he got picked in early, man. The kid has literally everything to be in the UFC, so I was so happy for the kid, man, and the kid deserves it, man. I'm so happy for the kid.
2019 was supposed to be your year, and I know it got off to a little slow start, not on your end, but you were supposed to fight Matt Lyell, and he ended up, withdrawing from the fight. What happened there? For those who don't know, what was the reason as to why he wasn't able to fight you?
Man, it was. So I get a call 8 a.m. My coach usually always calls me the day of the fight time to make sure he kind of pumps me up, make sure I'm good. And he called me, and I just got like a weird tone in his voice. He was like, Mitch. And I was like, I knew it. Like I grew up. I've been doing sports since I was 12 years old. I've kind of always heard stories about that. So as soon as I heard his voice, I was like, damn, I knew it. I knew he was out. And he had some type of family issues, but it was, man, that's bullshit. And that's like the biggest offense you can do in the fight game is no show the day of. It was tough, man. Refunding 100 tickets, it ain't easy. You know what I mean? So it sucked, but it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason, and it's just screw it. Pro debut April 6th, and I feel so much better, man. So everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, and good thing, like you said, being on the East Coast, there's lots of options as far as fights, and Cage Titans once again putting on a great card here that you're part of. You're taking on Rob Fuller. He's got the 0-3 record, but still 3 pro fights. That's a lot of experience for someone like yourself who's making their debut. How do you feel like you match up against him?
Man, it's pretty simple what he does. He he shows up and he just throws. He'll try to throw a bomb or whatever, but it's with someone my style, man. He's going to fit right into my style, and if it's on the feet, I think I'm going to clip him and I'm going to put him down, or if he just runs at me like an idiot like he does to pretty much everybody else, I'm going to dump him on his head, and I'm going to get the TKO finish. In the first round. The fight will be over in 3 minutes, and I'm just excited to get out there, man. I've never felt so excited for a fight. I felt so ready for a fight. I just feel like I'm really coming into my own as far as my body and just getting bigger, and really, so I'm 20 years old, I'm a boy still, you know what I mean? So it's like, I really feel like I'm just getting strong. It's the best I ever felt going into a fight, so I'm itching to fight.
We talk about Randy Costa, who's now part of the UFC. Who are some of the other fighters that you've been working with for this camp that have been pushing you for this debut?
So I just got back from sparring at Lausanne. You know what I mean? Randy had his rounds. Andre Sukmatal had his rounds. Then I went in and I had 3 rounds. I had one of my buddy Ben, who's a really good Taekwondo black belt. Then I had Kyle Bachniak. Then I had Rob Font. So I had 3 5-minute rounds today. I had conditioning yesterday. So I had a good push today, and Bachniak and Font would mainly give me the rounds today.
That's great. I mean, the confidence level must be so high getting to train. Like you're 20 and you're getting to spar with UFC guys that are roster mainstays. What's that like? I mean, because in some ways it's almost the training camp's tougher than the fight itself.
Yeah, that's all it is, man. Like these fights are kind of just Paul Bear said it best. Randy got the UFC. He messaged me immediately after. He's like, time to get you in. You know what I mean? It's just he's gonna line him up, and it's not really about the guys I'm fighting. You know what I mean? I have the skill set. Good. You still see me? Because said poor connection. All right, I was making sure I said poor connection, but it's just these guys. Like I have the skill set to beat anybody, so he's just gonna line them up, and it's my job to go out there and finish them. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be and I'll get to the UFC. You know what I mean? In a year or 2 years, whatever it is. But going with guys like Rob and Brock, I'm getting used to that level, and I'm just improving at a very fast rate. Than rather if I didn't have them. If I didn't get that work, I'm sure I'd improve, but I wouldn't be improving at the rate I'm improving at. You know what I mean? Like just today, just like the smallest little detail. Rob picked up on and literally blew my mind, like what he was doing to me to kind of beat me, and it's just he's top 10 in the world. Like the dude is like that he could be the world champion. There's no doubt in my mind. Like he could beat Cody Garbrandt, he could beat Tito Dillashaw, he could beat all these guys. So when he said something, it means a lot to me. You know what I mean? And he puts a lot of extra work into me. So going guys like that, I know that I'm just going to improve at such a fast rate above anybody else that I'm competing with in the country or in the world.
How's the weight cut going ahead of the debut?
Yeah, I woke up today about 148 pounds. You know what I mean? So I got a 13-pound cut. 25 would have sucked. You know what I mean? But I'm just I put on some muscle for this camp. I definitely didn't expect to put so much size on so fast. But I've never lifted or taken any supplements like this before. So I'm kind of expecting my body to react like this, and I'm only 20, so you know what I mean. I got a little bit of weight to cut, nothing big though. You know what I mean. I'm lean, I'm strong, 13-pound cut. You know what I mean. It's easy money for me. Tyson can't make it. He's in Florida, but I got my coach Brian Raposo, who's my kickboxing coach, Tommy Texera, who's my jiu-jitsu coach, and it looks like I'm gonna have Rob Font as my third.
Awesome. That's good. Good stuff, man. And what can we expect on April 6th? How do you see this fight unfolding?
People are just gonna see. I'm telling you, I feel like this is like my debut. Like I said, I feel like I've had no amateur fights like this. I'm going in and like what they April 6th is like the Mitch. They were like, this is it. You know what I mean? Like I'm telling you right now, especially Rennie's off the card. Sunday morning, everyone's talking about my fight. I'm going out there, and this is gonna be the most explosive, violent version of me. And I just feel like I got a lot of cage time as an amateur, and I needed that. That's something I lacked. There was a lot of experience. You know what I mean? And now I just feel April 6th, I'm coming into my own, and everything I'm going 100%, and I'm taking this guy out.
What's next after this? Not looking past Rob, but I'm sure you want to keep as active as possible this year. Is the plan to try and get on the next Cage Titans card? Like, what's in the works?
Right now, I mean, I'm still trying to stay busy. So I'm going in April, June, August, and November. I'm ending the year 4-0. You know what I mean? Maybe January, April, I'll get one fight, one of those. And I don't think I'll need much fights to get in. Next summer, I'll be on the Contender Series. If I don't get signed to the UFC, but I'll be on the Contender Series next summer. There's no doubt in my mind. Get 4-0 this year, maybe get one in January. The next, summer 2020, I'm on the Contender, no doubt.
Well, in the meantime, man, we're excited for this debut. Finally, April 6th, Cage Titans 43. Just remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you got any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I mean, Instagram is Mitch Raposo _, Twitter's M Raposo _, Facebook Mitch Raposo. Big shout-out to Regiment Training Center, Lozon's MMA, Triforce MMA. I mean, all my sparring partners, you know what I mean? My new strength and conditioning coach, you know what I mean? This guy is an absolute genius. Mike Fernandez, Infinite Fitness, down to 4 of a mass. Dude is an absolute genius, man. The things he's doing in my body, and I've been with him in 3 months, you know what I mean? I was walking around at 130. For me to get over 140, I was fat, Mitch, you know what I mean? But now, you know what I mean, I'm 148 pounds, 8% body fat. In 3 months, what this guy's been able to do with me, huge shout out to him, man. And definitely Dethrone, who I'll be walking out. I'll be repping this camp, this fight. So big shout out to Dethrone, Top Game Management, you know what I mean? Tyson shot here. So I appreciate it. April 6th, man. It's going to go down. Pro debut. I'm excited.